Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another loading screen. Oh man, I'll do the best I can, ladies and gentlemen, to entertain you guys. I wish I was more articulate though. I wish I was good at improv. I'm not very good at that. And playing games like this is kind of distracting. I don't know how. I was thinking about the other day, the cast of Whose Line Is It Anyway? I don't know how they do the things they do, and the cast of Saturday Night Live. I know Saturday Night Live is scripted, and Whose Line is improv, but still, man, I don't know how they deal with all that pressure. Like, I have a hard time talking and playing a video game at the same time. Imagine how it'd be if there was, 100 people in the audience waiting for me to make a mistake. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's do the best I can. And I try to come across as real, too. There's things I want to say to try to be funny, but at the same time, I try to be honest with you guys. I don't like to be like, oh, this one time I did this one thing, blah, 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 and it not be true whatsoever. I try to keep it real. Like, my life is funny regardless. You know what I mean? Like, just living is humor enough if you watch me, ladies and gentlemen. But problem is, you guys, the only person that really knows me that watches my Let's Plays is Hayden and Derek. So there's really not anybody else that would know what I'm like. But I really am like how I am in my videos. I am an idiot. I do not. It's ridiculous. I don't understand a lot of things. And it's funny to see me in action sometimes when I don't know how to function in society. Which is pretty much every day. But I do the best I can to carry on, It comes with its own price, I guess. For some reason, I thought that would find its target. I don't know why. Okay, so we're starting to get the construction site's probably the hardest one. That may be the only one we're not able to do. But we'll do the best we can, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we can ever hope for. But yeah. It's like I'm having to change gears too, ladies and gentlemen. You're going from playing Guitar Hero to now, okay, people are waiting on you to say something funny, Sam. It's like, oh God, don't know what to do. Panic brain, oh God. Heart attack in my brain. Exactly. That's what happens. But we are winning, I think. Yeah, it says first. That big one in the top left corner, Sam, that means you're winning. Well, thank God for that. Okay, did anybody get this? No! Gimme. Lemon squeezy. Alright, anybody want some? Yeah, I'm gonna pop up? I don't think so. Well, bam! You're blinded, chicken! I've blinded my chicken. And that is the way I like my chicken. Blinded. Nom 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 nom. That way it cannot see me when I go to eat it. Yeah, I feel like we've gotten in a bad loop now. I was gonna say, no! I got them both. Haha, suck it, woman. I mean, speaking of suck it, woman, Hayden's new girlfriend, and she's probably going to watch this video. She's a feminist, believe it or not. Yes, those things still exist. I thought they'd been eradicated years ago. But no, they're still around, and she's one of them. And it's very nice. Like, I was asking her all these questions about how she believed and stuff like that, 'cause it's like another religion to me. I respect women as much as possible, but I don't consider myself a feminist. You know what I mean? I'm a guy. Guys can be feminists, I guess. Yeah, they can definitely be feminists. There's nothing wrong with it. But I'm just saying, I've never encountered one of them, ever. So I was just very curious as about where she stood on, what she was feminist about. Because it's one thing to say you're feminist, and it's like, well, okay, what are you feminist about? I was like, oh, I don't know. Whatever empowers women. It's one thing to say that, and it's another thing to say you're a feminist and have specific things that you're passionate about. You know what I mean? And she had specific things that she was passionate about. So I have a lot of respect for her. But at the same time, because it wasn't like sissy things. It wasn't like, well, there should be a manicure station on every corner, or, or this world should just be more geared towards women and stuff like that. She was actually feminizing about, sexual harassment in the workplace. Like, that is a real thing that it needs not exist, or it needs to be made clear when it is wanted. You know what I mean? There was that, and then there was, the stuff with unfair pay, and, God, she had 3 big things. She was really, I asked her about it too, and she just I don't know if I think she does work too, like towards that stuff. I don't like fundraisers. Oh, no, maybe not fundraisers, but she has like a place she goes, like a coven of feminists that gather once every blood moon to sacrifice the. No, I'm kidding. I got nothing against feminists, ladies and gentlemen. I just I got it somehow. Somehow I got that one. Heck yeah. Got nothing against those cats. How did I miss that? I went right in the middle of that sucker. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. What? Makes that sound. I'm in 3rd place. That is not good. We've got to fix that, but everything is taken! Not that one. That one's not taken, Sam. Dude, if Winston would have just swung right by, I'd have been very, very upset. I was going to say, how is that not hitting that? No, 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 no. This is mine. Dude, somebody has 5 or 6? Oh, God, somebody has 6. Somebody's coming out of nowhere and murderficating my face on points right now. Oh my God, dude, somebody just keeps racking them up. I don't know who it is either. Oh, nobody. Sam is doing the rackage up of the points now. Dang right, I'm going to immobilize whoever just happens to be in the lead. I hope whoever happens to be in the lead. God, somebody has 8 points. Winston! Is it you? It is you, isn't it, Winston? Don't you lie to me. Oh, that's right, you missed. You missed again. You missed twice, fat boy. All right. Derek called me fat the other day. I almost knocked his teeth out of his mouth. And almost knocked his face off of his head is what I almost said. Because I came in, I still have Halloween candy left over. It's only 4 days after Halloween. I'm still eating candy. Leave me alone, you know? And I brought a bunch of candy into produce, and he's like, look at... Like, I have this list that Lisa writes, and he wrote down on the list that Lisa had already... Is that a dog? That was a dog over there. Excuse me. And he said, do you really need all that food, fatty? Or something to that effect. And I'm like, Derek, you're gonna make me cry. And the funny thing is, what happened, Lisa came in the next day, like today. He wrote it down yesterday because we worked together. But Lisa came in today and saw it, and she thought he wrote it about her. And I was like, oh my God, I could screw Derek so hard right now. But I didn't. I was a nice guy. But it was funny. Because I had to explain to her, no, Derek wrote it about me. And then I went into the meat department and said, Derek, Lisa saw what you wrote. She thought you written it about her. She was about to come here and beat your ass, but I just shut her down, and I just defended you, so you owe me. It was a funny situation. Derek was like, oh my God, I didn't know. And then they came rolling in. Then he tried to flip it back on me and tell him that I wrote it about her, and Lisa came in and was like, did you write that? I was like, no, it's not in my handwriting. Funny situation. Like, we have fun at the Pig. We don't just make money. We have fun at the Pig. Dude, what's that bass, man? Nice. Boom, 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 boom. Make a right, make a right, make a right. Ah, there we go. In the Leadicus Agenicus. All right, dude. Sam, why do you talk like that? I don't know. I don't know where it comes from. I feel like adding another syllable to my words. Go! And I just, I can't help it. Makes it sound foreign or something. I don't know. Oh boy, you're gonna rack up the points here. The cool thing is, it doesn't matter what color they are, just as long as they're. Oh, sorry, man. This place is all farmed out. Oh man. Like, it doesn't matter what color they are. Dude, we're pretty much gonna win right here. We're missing one. Dude, game over. Sam wins again. As soon as I get this one. Booyah! Booyah! Woo! That was fast. Ric Flair, Nature Boy. Woo! So, good job, Sam. Dude, Battle Royale's where it's at, dog. Alright, where to now? Fantasy Ranch, once again. Once again. So yeah, I try to have a lot of fun. They went bowling last night. Rob, who used to work at the store, he quit. He put in his 2-week notice 2 weeks ago. And, actually, no, 3 weeks ago, and well, I think Thursday of last week was his last day. You cats don't know Rob. I've never really talked about him. He's a really nice guy, to say the least. I wish he would have hung out with us longer, but he didn't. He was having some relationship issues, and he had to move, which is a damn shame. But I wish him the best. Kind of miss him, you know? Like, he always went with Derek to go bowling. I never got to hang out with the guy. But now that football is over, Me, Derek, Brendan, and Micah are going to hopefully go bowling every Friday night. So I'm going to be hitting the town every Tuesday night and every Friday night, ladies and gentlemen. Does that sound good or what? I'm about to say that better count. If that didn't count, I'd be very, very upset. They missed. What a bunch of babies. Still in second place though, dude. It doesn't matter. You've won first in everything. You're gonna win. Oh, goodbye, Bert. Excuse me. Oh, he missed. You're terrible. You're terrible. Oh my God, these cats, they get worse and worse and worse. And I figured she was gonna go for that. I think well, no, she won that one. Oh my God, they get better with speed, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. You cannot see. I will get in front of you right now. Anyway, Rob, I wish you best of luck in the world, man. It's a shame we all couldn't have hung out sometime and went bowling together and had a gay old time. But you know, all bad things must end, as Motley Crue says. So. Which is a shame. Does all bad things have to end? But why do all good things have to end? Like, why? I feel like they really don't have to. Well, okay, when you think of a good thing, what do you think of? Well, hanging out with friends. All right, let's consider that. Hanging out with friends. Okay. Eventually, those friends are going to die. So eventually, it will end. It will have to win. You know what I mean? Or it will have to end. Have to win. Yeah, I'm thinking about this game. But for the time, but you could literally make that last your entire lifetime. So theoretically, we just did the cone trial, didn't we? We did. Oh my God. Yeah, because the Battle Royale was the hits. That was like, oh my God, we're already on hardcore. It's already time to part. We are going to hardcore race our way to victory. And we can probably do one, maybe 1.5. Well, but anyway, eventually, like, that's going to die. But theoretically, you could make that last your entire life. If that was, and this is, once again, this is the biggest problem for me and everybody else. We prioritize the things that aren't really important. You know what I mean? Like, if we would put things that we actually care about in front versus what everybody else thinks about being the most important thing, or like, oh, that's just what you do. You know, you get married because that's what people do. You have kids because that's what people do. Well, what do you want to do? Let me ask you that question, ladies and gentlemen. What do you want to do? Put everybody else's ideas and expectations off your mind and ask yourself, for maybe the first time the history in your life this has ever been asked you, what do you want to do? If you died tomorrow and you wanted to do one thing today, what would that one thing be? And whatever it is, whatever you say after you finish watching this video, oh dang it, that's great. Now this hardcore racing crap, it's pretty real, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta not screw up because they are fantastic drivers. Now the construction site's another thing entirely, but these right here, oh God. These right here are for realsies. This small circuit 5-lap thing. Dude, if anybody wants to play this game, by the way, I don't know if they shut the servers down for this or what, but I am so down. Send me a friend request or a message saying, hey, I want to get some achievements in Pocketbike Racer or in Big Bumpin, because I'm still missing achievements in Big Bumpin. So if any of you guys want to get on and play, I welcome the opportunity. I need to find some people to do this. And I don't care if you don't see this video until a year later. I still won't have those achievements, and I'll be waiting for your message. But, yeah, if you were to die tomorrow, what would you do? You know what I mean? Like, what would you want to set your life's goal to be? Because I'm doing what I want to do, ladies and gentlemen. It's not always fun, and it hurts sometimes. But I'm doing exactly what I want to do. And nobody can take that crap away from me. I'm about to overlap her. Oh, dang it, so close. So close to the overlapping. But you know, people fear ridicule. So I'm trying, oh, dude, Winston, second place again. People fear ridicule. And that's a shame. That's probably killed my generation. We're afraid of what people think. We don't like being left out of something. We don't like living in the idea of we're doing without, just because somebody else has something and we don't have it. We don't like that feeling. But at the same time, we don't have the balls enough to say, hey, I don't really want that. If that's what you want, go after it, man. Have fun. Lose your mind. Go crazy. I want you to be happy in your life. I'm going to go chase after this. And then, okay, you go chase after that. Well, then that makes that person curious. Like, okay, I have this, but why does that person not want it? It's like, what am I missing? There's something there that I need to know? It's like, no, he's just chasing after he wants. Oh, okay, well then that's fine. And then it makes them ask themselves what they want. It's like, well, like I have this, but do I really want it? And you see what I mean? It's almost contagious is what it is. And the problem is nobody asks that question anymore. Or at least, well, I asked that question, but then again, I kind of didn't give myself a choice either. Where's I going with that? I don't know. It's all about figuring out who you really are and finding the real you, finding the real Stephanie, finding the real Alex, finding the real Michael, the real Sam, the real Bethany. It's the real Derek. It's all finding who you really are and trying to enjoy life at the same time. Now, I understand sometimes you got to make decisions that, like, everybody's going to have to get a job eventually. All good things must end. Unemployment cannot last forever. But for the time being, when you're not working, what do you want to be doing? Like, what do you want to be pursuing? It's like, well, some people just want to work. Well, that's fine, too. If having money is what you want and whatnot, just whatever you work for, just surviving, in other words, is what you want, then just survive, man. It doesn't matter to me. Like, if that's what you want, chase it, honey. But, I guess what I'm getting, I don't know why I feel like I should tell you guys this, but it's just something that I think about all the time. Like, I lose sleep thinking about people that lose potential in their lives simply because they were too afraid. You know what I mean? And I feel like at every opportunity I should try to lift people up. Like, if there was ever a testament to what kind of person I was, let it be that, because I really mean that. I don't want, am I really that far ahead? Jeez. I don't want people to think I'm some kind of self-righteous, pompous jerk, Like, I play guitar and I own it. Like, I'm not bashful about that in any way. Like, I play music. If you got a problem with it, get the hell out, So I guess I'm ruthless when it comes to my music, but I have a genuine concern about the people around me. But at the same time, I feel like if I have to say it, that means it doesn't, it doesn't mean that much if I have to say it versus if people just figure it out on their own. And that mailbox, it's like a death box. Like, every single time. But yeah, what do you want to do? Do you want to braid hair for a living? Do you want to travel for a living? Do you want to just move somewhere and just be different? Go do it. You know what? People are going to put you down no matter what you do. Just do what makes you happy. And that's something I'm kind of dealing with right now. I got to end this video. We'll talk about this in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Keep doing you. Well, no, I'll wait till I can pause it. That's what I'm kind of dealing with right now. Is I don't think I'm really good at music, because I hear people and I hear, new bands that sound fantastic, and then I listen to my music and it's just very one-dimensional, and that hurts. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, it doesn't hurt, or it'll get better, or I'm okay. It hurts. I don't like to sorry, you got a piece of sour cream and onion stuck to my I try really hard at my music. I do the best I can, and I feel like I've come a long way since, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whenever I started playing and actually producing music. I feel like I've come a long way. But at the same time, there's something missing, and it's somewhere between I got the video. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. My bad. I got the video. We're going to do one more. We're going to finish this definitely in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Keep it real. Keep it in your. I'll see you in a second. Peace. Or wait a minute. We got the King's Garden, the construction site, and the ranch. Screw it. I'm keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Don't care. Welcome to the last episode, ladies and gentlemen, of this game. It's been my absolute pleasure to bring it to. Let's just rock and roll our way through this game. Who cares? Time limit. Who cares? Oh, sorry, Winston. Just pass him right back. Good job, Sam. I'll do my best. I want it to be good. You know, it's one thing. Like, I don't play metal music, you know. And I'm like listening to these producers on like how they produce their tracks, and like they're playing metal music. Their guitars are like 3 and 4 tracks deep, you know, and everything's compressed ridiculously. And I'm not a huge fan of compression, ladies and gentlemen. And it's not the fact that I don't know how to use it. I do know how to use it. Like, I understand attack and release and ratio and threshold. I understand that. It just... There comes a point where it's just too much, you know? And I am trying to fix that. But the problem is there are some forms of music. And once again, this we get into the loudness wars as much as we want to, and back and forth about which genre of music is best, and blah, 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 yada, yada. The fact is, compression and EQ and various, you know, other things like that, other recording techniques, there are certain genres of music that are more, let's see, how do I say it? They're more reliant on these effects than we would like to believe, ladies and gentlemen. So let me try to explain this. If you listen to a band live, there's going to be one guitar, maybe two. We're talking a 4-piece band. Wolf Mother, perfect example. Wolf Mother. One guitar, one bass, one drum, and one keyboard. Actually, isn't the bass guitar player the... Oh, no, that's a 4-piece band. Yeah. A guitar player, who's also the singer, the bass player, keyboardist, and the drummer. Their recordings, I almost said recordings. Recordings sound very thick and very large. Now, if you were to go see them live, there's a flatness element to it, ladies and gentlemen. And the reason is their guitar tracks aren't being doubled. You know what I mean? Now, I'm sure, I mean, Wolf Mother's not here anymore. They broke up a long time ago. But they need to get back together is what they need to do. They make great music. People from Wolf Mother, I'm telling you right now, get back together, get back on the road. But the thing is, there's going to be like a flatness, you know, and because they can double up on guitar tracks, like they can do 4 if they want to, you know, and they can throw in effects that like they may not have on stage at the time, or at that time that you're hearing that perform. You know what I mean? Like there's things in the studio that happen that sound a certain way that make the sound the way it sounds. That's the best way I can put it. And it's not that I don't understand that. I'm still learning how to control and utilize that. You know, it's one thing to just throw reverb on something. It's another thing to add slight reverb and slight delay to get the same effect. But at the same time, it's delivered in a different way. So it's confusing as hell is what it is. It's chaos, especially if you're doing it by yourself, having to do everything from the bass track to the vocal tracks. It's ridiculous. I don't know how I've put up with it for this long. I must really love it, right? But dude, I feel like my biggest problem is... Okay, 2 things. My guitar is not as optimum as it could be. I'm working on that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to fix that. I'm doing the best I can, okay? And secondly, I don't like to use compression, and that's the problem. The music that I play, rock music, it just about demands compression. Just about. At least some small form of it, because the thing is, guitars are going to be really harsh. You know, distorted guitar is going to be very harsh. And not only that, but you're gonna have to. Uh-oh, that sucks. Dead again. We've died just about every time we've played this. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Is this a joke? Is this a joke right now? Everybody's kidding. Everybody's joking the same. It's a lie. The cake is a lie. 2 laps too. Yeah, this is no lie. This is for Rizzle Dizzles right now. Did Winston fall in? I think he did. See, because what happens is parallel compression has had a lot of effect on music. It makes the song or whatever sound bigger than it actually is. Nice, stoppy. There we go. Because what you do, you keep the original track intact the way you want it, and then you duplicate the track and you compress the ever-loving hell. Like, it's one thing, like you can slightly compress the original track just to get rid of those peaks, you know, overall volume boost. You know, that's good. That's healthy. That's healthy. Get rid of the, you know, the little peaks, healthiness. It's good. You know what I mean? You get the more of the overall sound taken care of, and you know it's in your. That's the focus, is the overall sound. You know, you don't get distracted by like top end hiss or low end rumble. You know what I mean? But that parallel track, that second track, that gets compressed. It gets compressed so hard it starts to pump. Okay, like it's got a woo woo woo. But the thing is, they blend it with. Well, I'll say they. I've done it before. They blend it with the original track to where you don't hear wub wub wub, but you get the impact of that wub, which obviously, like, you hear that sound, but you feel something different, and it's mind blowing because when you think about it, this is on every single song ever made, and it's well, maybe not every song. Like I got my mojo working. The cover I did, the only compression in that entire song was on the master track. And even then, it was slice. Yeah, it was slice. Thinking about bread and hamburgers, it was slice. It was so slice, I could not slicing believe it. But yeah, and then I just limited it, and I don't know. It just seems so simple looking at it, but then whenever you get into it, it's like a world of chaos. If I could ever get my guitar sounding the way I want to, and then not be such a bad singer, it would be great. But like those are the two biggest things. And guitar's tricky anyway, because a distorted guitar, there's so many frequencies. There's so many frequencies that you have to pay attention to in a distorted guitar. The mid highs, particularly, and the mid lows. You gotta just let it all hang out. This is the last race, Legend. We're already done with this game. You can beat this game in one sitting. Now that's how you know a good game, ladies and gentlemen. One that you want to play over and over and over, and that you can beat in one sitting. Kind of like Cruising USA. Dude, Winston, you think just because you work the drive-thru that I'm gonna let you get by with this? I think not. The king is here, darling. Take a seat. But anyway, Winstonicus. But see, another thing, ladies and gentlemen, this is probably where my biggest failure is. I am trying to replicate older music with new technology. So obviously, from square one, we're already behind. We're already going to lose from square one because, first of all, I don't have the same equipment. I do not have the same mentality of the music. I do not have the same musicians. I do not have the same this, yada, yada, yada. I'm trying to replicate it as best I can. I've never seen that mine shaft before. We're going to go down there since we've won every single one of them. We're going to go down that mine shaft. I want to know what's down there. Might be some super secret friend secret. Who knows? I'm trying to replicate, like, I got my mojo working. That song was done in 1960-something. And songs like Cherry Bomb, that was done in the 80s. And songs like Born in the USA, which I haven't released yet, which I'm probably not going to release ever. Because it sucks. My vocals, I hate them. But, see, how do I explain this? Mine shaft. Is that it? No. It's right over here. Yeah, right over here. Booyah. Oh, you can actually go. Oh, my goodness. Is there secrets in here? No, super shortcut. Uh-oh. Yeah, I screwed that shortcut up, didn't I? Yeah, I suck at this. Oh, Winston thinks he's going to win, huh? Winston thinks he's going to win? Oh, Winston, it might be wrong. Uh-oh. Winston might win, for definitely. Uh-oh. Oh, I think Winston got me. I almost missed it again. Second place, not bad. Winston! I'm coming. Wilson! Tom Hanks. Oh, yeah, dang right. Uh-oh, Winston. Oh, he's in the... Uh-oh. The ridicule is on Winston. The targets were... Oh! No, Winston! The king always wins! Yes. Dang right. The king wins again. 50 points, just like that. First place every single time. We won. That is the game, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody wants to play this game online, I am so down with the party. We got free play, Xbox Live, custom, whatever you cats want to play. Whatever you cats want to play, I'll be down too. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go edit these videos together. They're relatively small, so hopefully has some pretty fast upload times I'm hoping for. But it's been my absolute pleasure. Tomorrow we're going to do 8 episodes of Big Bumpin'. I don't know if we're going to finish it. We're sure as heck going to try it. They're just about the same length, all of them, with the exception of Sneak King, which will probably take you 100 years to 100%. But yeah, it's been my absolute pleasure, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Keep doing you. Let's get out of here, man. I'm going to jump in the studio and start recording. Like, there's just little things that I need to do to broaden my sound, I guess. I guess instead of trying to emphasize certain frequencies, I need to emphasize all the frequencies, you know? I don't know. It's a learning process, to say the least, the music production thing. To say the least. So there's a gnat right in front of me. God, I could see it flying in front of my... One of these days. One of these days. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Keep just an absolute pleasure. We'll get these videos together and start partying. Keep it real. And peace.